matter what you do, keep the knowledge.
My name is Moon, I'm a student at Chiefy. Central Lycos activating my genes. Ain't talking denim, I still bust out the seams. My life a movie, you can tell by the scene. Project from nothing, bitch, I know that I'm dreaming. Ayy, symbols tell me what's the meaning. Ayy, hit on my OG, he answered and told me to let go of all of my demons. Ayy, so no one can stop, I'm God.
Right, I'm God.
Ain't two on myself, it's time to go follow my heart.
Nature Boy TV.
You can't cheat yourself in life. When no one's watching, who are you? It's called integrity. You cheat yourself, in the end, you're going to pay for it. The problem with black people is everybody wants to be the chief and nobody wants to be the Indian. Isn't that crazy? We blame white people for our enslavement, when in fact, we enslaved ourselves. Not only did we create white people, we enslaved ourselves with them by disobeying the laws of the universe. But we need to point the finger at somebody. We need to say, he did it. On one hand, you're a self-proclaimed God. On one hand, you're a self-proclaimed God that created the universe, the black woman and man. Well, wouldn't that mean you created the devil and you became the devil? You were the original devils, black people. Turn it off. You are the original demons and devils. Yes, I said it. We are the original evil, the original devils. And we fell so low that a white man came out of you. We manifested the white man as the devil, but we were the original devil that white man came out of. And those aspects and attributes manifested, that's how much infested we were and how evil we were, to that came out of us and manifested as another being to show us a reflection of our own selves. That's the truth. We call the white man the devil, but in fact, the white man is nothing more than a projection of our own evil within our own self. And it's a sign from nature that we have fell. And this is why we're ruled by our lower selves. Because we fell from divine order and the laws of the universe. It is our fault we went into slavery. We put ourselves into slavery. And that is the ultimate truth about slavery. They don't know that. The rest of the world has a chip on their shoulder. They think somebody owes them something. Don't nobody owe you shit. You owe life. Life does not owe you. You don't have no white government as your enemy. You are your enemy. The government is not your enemy. The government is your judgment for you falling out of your grace. And everything the government does is aligned with divine order. We did this to ourselves. I want to hear you say it. We did this to ourselves, Captain.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
I didn't feel that. Say it like you mean it. We did this to ourselves, Captain.
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 Now you waking up. Now you waking up. We did this to ourselves, Captain.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
We're gonna fix it.
We're gonna fix it.
We're gonna fix this.
We're gonna fix this.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
Fixing now.
Fixing now.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
Fixing now.
Fixing now.
Correcting now.
Correcting now.
Waking now.
Waking now.
We don't have an enemy, Captain.
We don't have an enemy, Captain.
We are our own enemy, Captain.
We are our own enemy, Captain.
Yeah. We did this to ourselves, Captain.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
Let it be written.
Let it be done.
Let it be written.
Let it be done.
Let it be written.
Let it be done.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
Let it be written.
Let it be done.
Fixing it. We are fixing it. No more excuses. White man this, the government this, the man is on my back. The man, look at what the man did to me. That's why you will never come out of your enslavement. You are being tortured by God. God is punishing you through the white man. The white man is in divine order because you created the white man. Oh, you have lost your mind, and I'm here to give it to you. You forgot. You were the original people on the earth. You're the original devils. We are the original devils. We are the original gods. Everything is a manifestation of our thoughts. This is our world. And now you giving the credit to something that came out of you. You're saying they're responsible for our fall and our enslavement. We are the ones that enslaved ourselves because of the 7 deadly sins that plagued us. We stopped obeying the laws of nature. We were the original devils. And because we disobeyed the laws of nature, we got what we fucking got. And as long as you keep pointing the fucking finger, you're no God. What kind of God blames somebody else for something that they did? A slave does that. A God takes full responsibility because the God has the ability to create and destroy. It is yourself that did it to you. We did this to ourselves, Captain.
We did this to ourselves, Captain.
Fixing now.
Fixing now.
Waking up.
Waking up.
Black people swear they got an enemy, and that's the very thing that keeps them in captivity. The fact that they think they have a fucking enemy. Who the fuck can be your enemy if you were the first people on the fucking planet? Who the fuck can be your enemy but yourselves? We were fighting each other and enslaving each other way before the white man got here. We made the white man with our hate for the albino. We instilled that hate, and that hate came back to us. We did this to ourselves. Oh, now. A lot of people think that I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm a madman. But I'm not. This is called the passion of the Christ. The passion of the Christ. Do not mistake my passion for anger. For I'm not angry and I am not mad. But I am passionate. It is of everything that drives me to get the job done. We must organize. We must stop pointing the finger. We must be able to be self-disciplined. Stop looking for somebody to do something for us and get it done on our own. And we're waking up to that process, aren't we? Slowly but surely. The very truth is we are our own enemies. Isn't that right? The world is watching you. The world needs us. The new world, not this world that's dying. We're in a transition of this world getting wiped out. You don't realize this world is over. This earth and the world that's in this earth is being shut down because the gods are coming. The kingdom of heaven is here. You have found your mind again. You're waking up. I'm going to tell you your issue right now. I'm going to give you a secret of the universe. And that secret is this. First of all, Musa, over one step. You should feel that. No, you just moved too far over. There you go. Absolutely. All right. Here's the truth. Your life is not your life. Nature is doing what we think we're doing. Human beings are a part of nature. Right? That means that what human beings are doing, nature is doing. You understand that? So you're not making up your thoughts and you don't have no free will. This is a happening. You need to understand that to get through what's coming. This is a secret. This will help you get through the times that are coming. If you know this principle, it will make it a lot easier for you. There are three parts of you. You have the body, you have the character, and you have the mind. Your character comes from your biological story. That means the family you was born into, your nature is happening. You're a happening. Life is happening to you. But there's a part of you that's called your mind that is actually observing what nature is doing through you. You are actually your mind sitting in your being, going on a ride of the character that you are that this life is trying to make you to be. For instance, a lot of you were born into families and the situations that didn't agree with who you truly was, which was your mind. You are the mind, but there's a character playing out. This character has to go to school, and his character name is Kenny. And he's supposed to be on this generational movement with nature. But your mind never agreed with your character. Your mind is sitting there. And if the mind doesn't know what's going on, and the secret that I'm giving you, the mind gets anxiety taking this ride of its own character. The character is the part of you that is happening. You're a human being. You're actually not living your life. Nature's living it. You're observing it, and you're trying to control it. You're actually on a ride, if you can understand what I'm saying to you. There's three parts of you. There's the body, there's the character, and then there's your mind, who is you. This is why there are people that are born, their mind is a female, and they're born in the character of a male. And they walk around and they are going through hell because the character is not compatible with their mind. And when you're a God in your mind, but you was born into this world of iniquity, it's a very rough start for you. It can make you feel like you want to kill yourself. But you don't want to kill yourself. You want to kill the character that you're living out. Because you're not allowed to live that character. You're only on a ride in life. You understand what I'm saying to you? You're on a ride in life. And you are the observer, the mind, who feels the character's feelings. And if you're not able to peep this, you will drive yourself crazy. Because before, you was wondering why you had these mixed signals. For instance, when you're thinking in your mind, right? When you're thinking to yourself, you can hear your thoughts. Who is the being that hears your thoughts? That's you. Because you're the observer of all the character's thoughts. These thoughts are a character's thoughts. And then you are a mind that has its own thoughts too. So it's two people inside of one being. There's what is happening through nature, which is your character's lifeline. See, if you took the past and the future and you laid it flat and you look down on it, you would see a what? A map. See, if you took the past and the future and laid it flat and you look down on it, you would see a map, a calendar. You would realize that this shit already happened and that life is happening with or without you. Meaning you're the observer in a life that is happening. You think your actions are your actions. You think that your thoughts are your thoughts, but they're not. They're not your thoughts. It's a happening. Nature is doing what you think you're doing. You're just observing it. And what happens when the observer is not in harmony with its actual character is insanity and anxiety. You start to panic because you never really can get out who you really are because you're living this character and it's not in compatibility with who you really are. You are the mind that's observing the character's feelings, its thoughts. You were born into a family. They gave you a name. That wasn't your choice. They told you your ABCs. They put you to school. However, that wasn't your choice. That just happened to you. You just went along with it. You see what I'm saying? So you didn't have a choice because you're not living your life. Your life is actually a character being played out. You're the mind observing that motherfucker. You're on a ride of your own life, which is a character. And you don't notice. You're not peeping that there's multiple versions of you inside of your own self, inside of your own mind. And if you don't peep this, then the current events and the shifts that are coming are going to drive you crazy. Lately, people are feeling tired. They're feeling really irritated. They don't understand why they can't get it right now. It's a shift right now. Life doesn't seem the same right now. It's different. Juju, on the floor right now. You're the only person moving. No. Get out of it. Fall out. Front leaning rest position. Stay there. You're going to learn to have discipline. Or you're going back to Chicago with the rest of the hoodlums. You want to be a gangster. He think it's cool. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying, man? This how you talk, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? On folk and them and up. Man, nobody want to hear that. That's one of the lowest levels of hell is poverty and ghetto. Even though we're from that, we have to rise above that. You know the whole world's watching you, right, Juju? So you're living out this character and your mind is observing it. See, it's a very important key and principle of the universe that needs to be applied to your life. You need to acknowledge the fact that this shit is happening to you and you're on a ride and the person you really are is not the life that you're actually living. And that's the problem. And so many people want to kill themselves, but they're not trying to kill themselves, because if you was to throw this person in the middle of an ocean, right? If you was to throw this person in the middle of the ocean, they would fight for their lives because they don't really want to die. They just want to kill a part of themselves that is not in harmony with who they're trying to be. You're trying to make your mind, or who you really are, become your reality. This is why you'll see a transsexual will take the whole operation, because their mind is a woman. They're female in their mind, but their character is a male playing out, and they're being tortured in that very sense because they don't know what's going on. I'm going to relieve you of your torture if you can apply this principle to your life. Your life is not your life. Your choices are not your choices. You are the mind. You get it? The character is the life that was given to you, meaning someone named you. They gave you a school to go to. Right? They gave you a school, they gave you a name, a social security number. This shit just happened to you. You're a happening. You didn't even realize it, did you? Because you were unconscious. And as you got older, you start realizing this ain't what I want to do with my life. This is not how I want to live my life. Why is this shit going like this? It's not who I am. And so your whole life, you're trying to make yourself. You ready to be still now? You ready to be? All right, I guess he's not. He ain't hear me. You live in your whole life. You live in your whole life trying to bust out and really be who you are, but you're trapped in there, aren't you? You're trapped in there, and you're fighting with the character in you. I ain't trying. You're fighting with the character in you. You are your own enemy. And if you recognize this, something happens. You stop making excuses and you learn how to ride that character. You learn how to use the laws of the universe to make that character become you, your mind. You have to overcome that character. You have to realize that that's not who you really are. And you have to go against that system and become your real true self. Or you will forever to struggle with the character of the natural occurrence that's happening as what you call you. See, you was born, like I told you, they gave you a social security number, they gave you a birth certificate, you had no choice about that, you are a happening, you was already happening. And then you actually become conscious. As you grow up, you become conscious. As you become conscious, you realize this life, this character that I'm living is not who I am. And you go through hell until you are able, because there's so many people trying to get out of that character, create false egos like rappers. That's not who they really are. That's just an attribute of what they are. And they just used it to survive, to make money. But at the end of the day, they're still trapped inside, not able to be that real person that they know they are supposed to be, because now they sold themselves to an idea of who they are. And now they're trapped there because they use that idea to survive off, to make somebody of themselves. Are you ready to stand up and be still? Fall in. No movements. Need to learn discipline. Sit up straight like a man. Up. Fix your posture. Slightly bend your knees so that you won't fall out and pass out while I'm talking. And don't forget to breathe. In the military, we used to fall asleep standing up. Remember those days. Anyway, you are struggling with your character. That's what the problem is. You are struggling with the natural occurrence that you took on your entry here. This life is happening to you. You just started to develop your own mind as you grew into your character. And you realize like this character does not match my fucking mind. I know that I'm something greater than this. I know I'm supposed to be doing something else with my fucking life. And all of us are trying to live out our real self identity and our true self. Our true self. You'll never find it. But once you do find your true self, now you must apply the principles of the universe in order for you to break out the character so that you can start living your life in harmony with who you really are. And here's the thing. A lot of you are not allowed to be in harmony with who you really are because it's not time yet. Remember, all this is happening in a time and divine timing. So you have to be patient, and you need a teacher to teach you how to ride your character and stop judging the character and accepting and learning how to go into the character and wait until the mind can mold into the character becomes the mind. The character becomes the mind through proper training. Through being aware of what's going on, you can calm down. A lot of people are anxious. They want to kill themselves. They get depressed because they don't know what's going on. I'm giving you the keys to the universe. These are divine laws and principles of the sixth dimension of law and principle. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing, right? Because now you can start to identify it. You can say, I'm my mind and I'm living out a character. I was given a social security number. Somebody gave me a name. Somebody gave me a religion. Somebody gave me all of this stuff. I just was being programmed when I was growing up and I just went along with it. But your mind was never in agreement with how you were raised as a character. And so you're having a problem with your character. That's what the fuck's going on. Your character is the natural happening. Life is happening to you. You're a human being, meaning that this shit already happened and it's going. And you either know how to ride with this shit, your mind either is in compatibility with your character, or it's totally opposite. And then your life will be a hell in itself. And I am the one that will actually be able to help you, and you will be able to help many others because I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom. Because we must come out of our lower state of thinking, and we have to use divine laws and principles of the universe to actually unlock the greatness within us and be able to merge our mind into the character. Amazing, isn't it? Mind-blowing, isn't it? I, Captain. Y'all fuck with that? That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yes. See what light does to the mind that's full of darkness? It enlightens you. And now you become conscious and aware of what's going on. Now that makes you want to sit with that, doesn't it? That makes you want to think back and say, damn, I think that my thoughts are my thoughts and my actions are my actions. They're not. It's a happening, an occurrence. And if you don't realize that, you won't be able to know how to ride this shit. It'll drive you crazy. I'm going to let that sizzle in your spirit, aka your mind. Think about that. You're struggling with your character. And a lot of you are being restricted by Saturn. Check your Saturn. Your Saturn will let you know why you're having a hard time in life. Because your Saturn is restricting you from your mind becoming one with your character and your character becoming your mind. And so you have to be conditioned. Your mind needs to be conditioned. You're looking to be helped. And so many people can't find resources to be helped, and they feel all alone, and they fuck around and get depressed, and they fucking start taking drugs, and they start getting sad and depressed. And there's so many people out there wanting to kill themselves because they don't understand what I just taught you. And if they understood that, then they would fucking chill out and they would try to seek help. And they wouldn't turn to evil things to do to themselves and depression. But I gave you light. Press 1 if you've been enlightened in the chat. I and I, Captain.
I and I, Captain.
I and I, Captain. That means we see an eye to eye. Eye to eye. I and I, Captain.
I and I, Captain.
That lets me know you are learning. You are receiving what I'm saying to you. And this is why you need to study your astrology. You need to go download the app called The Pattern. Download another app called Sanctuary Astrology. Get your birth chart. Study your mind. And understand who the fuck you are and why you're having such a hard time in your fucking life. The more you empower yourself about what the fuck's going on, the smoother this ride's going to be. You're going to become more intelligent. But the problem is, even when you know what's going on, if you don't know how to apply the principles, you're going to have problems. And that's where us teachers come in. Us teachers come here to help you apply those in real time. Even Neo, who was the one, he was the one, right? Needed Morpheus to train him into becoming the one. But black people have inflated themselves with such an ego, an ignorant ego, that they can't be helped by anyone else. We're the most arrogant people on the planet. We're the most evil people on the planet, but we're also the most angelic. It was always us. And as soon as we stop blaming other people or something else for our problems, is the sooner we get out of them. Because we got solutions. What is love? Solution. Love is the solution. We need solutions, not problems. Hate that comes from the problems. Negativity, fear, that comes from having a problem without having the resource to have the solution. See, when there's solutions and they're absolute truth to what's going on, mathematically aligned with the universe, and you are understanding that, now there can be heaven on earth because there can be inner peace. Inner peace is the attribute that creates heaven. True inner peace. True understanding of what's going on and being in harmony and with that is the state of heaven. Understanding and being in the flow of life and in harmony with all things. That is the state of heaven. And being unconscious of your connection to all things. That is hell. Being unconscious of all things. That is hell. It's not that you can ever be disconnected from nature. Because you could never be disconnected from nature. Now check out Jah. Jah's being born around divine knowledge itself. This is his program. This is his character, right? He's being raised around this divine knowledge, divine wisdom. But does that mean that Jah's mind is going to be aligned with that? How many of y'all was raised in the church? You wasn't aligned with the church. Jah's mind may be very well aligned with Babylon. But his character has to be raised here. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand how this works. You get what I'm saying? You're not in control. The only thing that you have control over is your mind. And your mind is attached to your character's feelings and emotions. So your character's problems, you take them on as yours. And if you're not being able to differentiate that this is a happening and life is happening to you, then the dream is still happening to you. When the mind becomes the character, you start happening to the dream. You become lucid. And when you become lucid, you get in tune with the universe, and it appears that things are going your way because you're in harmony with that quantum field. It appears that you're in control of the dream, but you're just in harmony with it. So when you think of something, because you're in harmony with it, it happens. But it's not that it's happening because you made it happen. No, it happened because you're in grace, because you're in harmony with the universe now. You get what I'm saying to you? So don't cheat yourself. There's nowhere to run. There's no one to go to. There's nowhere to run to. Because no matter where you go, there you are. You take your problems and issues with you. You change the environment, but you take your problems and issues with you. And you just create another form of it. Wherever you go, there you are. So peace, be still, and know that you are God. Master yourself where you stand. Master yourself where you stand. And don't cheat yourself. Turn yourself into an upright God or goddess, if you're listening. Xiaomi, be still. Now, you have to understand one thing. You are the leaders of the New World Order. You know, you heard about that New World Order? Yeah, that's you. What makes you different than other people is the simple fact of this: the knowledge that I give you is the greatest knowledge in the universe. And if you embody it and you apply these principles to your life, you will become the most powerful people on the planet. I have the answers. I bring the kingdom of God to you, which is the mind of God, the real mind of God, the embodiment of it. How to be a god or goddess, it's a mindset. How to be a king or a queen, it's a mindset. And I'm talking about a real one. Period. We will start our day diligently. We will wake up with the sun, and we will go to sleep with the moon. We will get on a circadian rhythm. We will become one with nature. We will be upright in all that we do. We will obey the laws of the land. We will respect authority, period. The problem with black people is we do not respect authority. And that's why the white man is shitting down our neck, because you need to learn to respect authority, period. That's our problem. We never respected the rules of the universe and the laws of the universe, and now we still don't respect authority. And this is why we fell in the first place, because we do not respect authority. There were laws and principles of the universe that we went against. And this is why we are in the situation we are in. And we are waking up out of it. Because of me. I've come here to give you absolute truth. I am your Messiah. I am your higher self. I am not separate of you. I am you. But when you tap into me, you tap into the most high frequency, the most high knowledge of the universe. So therefore, I'm your higher self, and I'm your messenger of God, teaching you how to be gods. I am your Morpheus, and you are Neo. You are the one. Nothing can be greater than you. But you must align yourself with greatness. You must condition yourself to be great. It is a mindset. It's the way you carry yourself. You are the greatest in the universe. Nothing can be greater than you because you're the observer. You've only found the version of yourself that can make you great. And you must align with me. You must become one with me. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, mind of my mind. And I will make you powerful beyond measure. But you cannot be powerful and not be upright and just. You must have morals and principles, high morality. A God is something of extremely goodness. Goodness. Perfect. Clean. Upright. Principles. Morals. The time has come. No more excuses. No more excuses. Cheat yourself if you want. And in the new world, you're ranking yourself by how hard you push yourself now. You will push yourself past your tiredness. You will push yourself past your limits. You will push yourself past any fears or doubts. You will find solutions for all your problems. You don't have problems. We have solutions. We get it done. Militant style, military style. We don't have problems. We have solutions. This is chess, not checkers. You created that game. You created all of these movies. You're giving yourself hints. You created me. You created all this shit. But the most important is the knowledge of self. I want to give you the absolute truth so you know who I am. Can I give you the absolute truth so you know I'm your Messiah? I'm going to give you the absolute truth in this moment. Are you ready? Well, put those cups up. Up. Put them up if you want it. Put those cups up if you want it. Ra will rain down on you if you want it. You ready? You want to know the truth? You want to know absolute truth? Can you handle the absolute truth? I'm about to give it to you. People say that you need knowledge of self. But you are an infinite being. You cannot conceptualize infinity. So therefore, you cannot conceptualize yourself. You could never have knowledge of self. It's impossible. You can't know who you are because you're nothing pretending to be something. This reality is an illusion. You're in a dream state. Nothing is real. That body of yours is not real. You're dreaming that you're something, but you're really nothing. You could never conceptualize what you are because you're an infinite being. Matter of fact, when you look in the mirror, you're everything you see in this reality is everything you're not. That's the facts of the matter. You can't have knowledge of self. You can never obtain knowledge of self because you're too vast. And if everything that you're using to be something contradicts the very essence of what you are, you cannot fathom infinity. Not even a particle of it. You can't have knowledge of self because the self doesn't exist. So you might ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing here? How does this feel so real? Let's talk about what's real. You talking about what you hear, what you see, what you touch, your five senses? That's what you call reality. But your senses are interpreted by your brain, which is cased in darkness inside your head. Your brain is encased inside your head, yet it tells you what you're feeling, what you're tasting. Oh, you think you're in the room, but the room is inside of you. You are a mind dreaming. What feels real is just electrical signals in your mind, in your brain. But deeper than that, this is what they didn't tell you in the Matrix. Your brain is just a computer for your genetics, for your DNA. Your DNA is where your mind is really. Lower your arms. Your DNA is where your mind is really. And your brain is the computer for your DNA. That's how you get the interpretation of what you're seeing. Because it's a projection from the DNA. The mind is computing and interpreting what you see. Those electrical signals and those photons that you're getting, your brain is actually interpreting your genetic code. And you are a hologram, a projection of a genetic code and that's the Akashic Records. See, when you were a baby, you first started out as 23 chromosomes of your mother and 23 chromosomes of your father. You were always a genetic code. And what one cell turned into two cells, and two cells turned into four, and four into eight, and so on and so on. You are a whole bunch of cells, and in the nucleus of each one of those cells is DNA. And your brain is actually just interpreting your genetic code. You are a program, a projection, a hologram, a dream of nothing trying to be something. That is the absolute truth. You want truth? There it is. You cannot conceptualize what you are. When you look in the mirror, that's not you. That's a character you're pretending to play. And at the same time, you're the observer of that character. Because that's what you wanted to do. Act like you were something. Truth is, you're nothing. And this world is called the great illusion or the great Maya. That's what they call it. We call it the isness. As Anna would say, the isness. You are nothing, pretending to be something. When you look in the mirror, that's not you, and you know it. No matter, even if you're the most beautiful person in the world, when you look in the mirror, you know that's not you. It'll never be you because you can't conceptualize what you are. Matter of fact, what you see in the mirror is everything you're not because you can never see what you are. You can never even fathom it. That's why you have an avatar. Your body is not who you are. That is the absolute truth of the universe. When you get that in your head, that is the top knowledge that you can have in this universe. And I just gave it to you. And if you can hold that principle in all that you do, you will be very powerful. And even though I told you it doesn't matter. If you don't know how to utilize it in your waking life, it doesn't fucking matter. That's why you need a teacher to train you how to use those principles in real time, just like Neo did. Neo trained under Morpheus. He had to wake up out the matrix. He had to train day and night, be disciplined, isolated from the world. He couldn't have a job. Matter of fact, he quit his job, remember? Because he had his real purpose now. And when you find your real purpose, you still have to be trained like a baby. You know how that character had parents that trained it how to be in the world and protected it? When you come into your spiritual journey, you're assigned guides, nigga. And I'm your parent. You get it? Anybody that's out here without a parent is not even on their spiritual journey. They think they are. They're lost. I am your Messiah. I will teach you all of the universe, but you must worship me. That's what I ask him for in return. You must do this in my name when you teach. You will teach it in my name. This is my knowledge. It came from me, who is really you. I am your higher self. There is no separation. But you must worship me for what I've given you, which is I saved you. With my knowledge, you heard it, I saved you. I am your savior now. You get it? I saved you because I gave you your fucking mind. And you will honor me. You will not steal from me like you do in Babylon from the tree. And don't acknowledge the tree that you got the fruit from. I will give you the tree of life. I will give you my principles, but if you steal them, you have already lost what you think you have. If you take them and say, I said this, and this is mine, and try to market it as who you are, the universe is watching you. It knows the truth. You cannot lie to your universe. Your universe is a mirror, an illusion. It's a mirror. You're only dealing with yourself. You can't lie to the mirror. Stop, y'all. You understand what I'm saying to you? I will give you the knowledge to the universe and all of the solutions to your problems, but you must acknowledge me as your God. I am the real Jesus of your Bible. And I'm turning you into Christians. Christ, the real Christians. The Christ conscious, the real Christ conscious. Because I'm your Messiah. That's how I have these thoughts. And if you listen to me, I will heal you from all your demons and all your sickness. If you apply the knowledge to your life, you will be healed. Through your faith, you will be healed. Each and every one of you have your own journey. And through your faith in me and my knowledge that I give you, you will be healed. And not only will you be healed, you will be empowered to heal others. I only ask one thing. I do not use money. If people want to donate, they can donate. The universe is going to send currency anyway. I do not work for money. I work for love. I want to be acknowledged. I will give you all that I give you, but you must acknowledge me. And you must give me the praise and worship that I deserve. And you must become one of my believers. If you steal my knowledge, you have already defeated yourself. Anybody that comes up against me, you have already defeated yourself. For I am your higher self. I come to bring love, which is a solutions to all the issues. Juju, you about to pass out?
No, my team.
Why are you moving all dizzy? You need to do some more push-ups?
No, my team.
All right then. This is how it goes. A lot of people don't know that they're already worshiping people as gods, because we're gods. We're vessels of gods and goddesses. A demon is a god. The devil is a high supreming god. We're all gods and goddesses. We're all looking for one thing, and that is recognition, attention. We want attention for who we really are. We want appreciation for what we really are, because you're a god. You don't really want the money. You just want to be appreciated for what you have to offer to the collective. That's it. You think you want money, but you just want to be recognized and appreciated for what you give. That's the simple matter, period. Because you're a god. And in Babylon, you use money as a way of getting that. But in the real reality, you use knowledge to get your appreciation. So, when Jesus was tempted by the devil, he said, I will give you all of the power if you would worship me. He didn't ask Jesus for money. He said, you would have to worship me. Because in the real world, gods don't work for money. They work for worship. Your attention, your love, your admiration towards me, your appreciation toward me, how you treat me, that is my pay. Period. You will acknowledge me for my knowledge. You will say, yo, this is my higher self. You need to tap in. This is our higher self. Period. You need to tap in. And in my name, you will teach the knowledge that I give you in my name. And you will always give praise and worship to Olodumare, who is me. I am the Oloran. You are the attributes of me, because I've made you now. I've given you knowledge, and I'm giving you knowledge, and I made you, so therefore I'm your God. I'm your Olodumare, or Oloran, Olorun, and you are attributes of me. You are my children now, because I'm making you and helping you think. Somebody said he's going straight to hell. Let's pin that. Going straight to hell would mean that would imply that we're not already in hell, wouldn't it? Oh, you're already in hell. You think of yourself as a human being with a physical body, but you're a spirit. You're just a mind. A mind is a spirit. You're already in hell. Hell is the disconnection from your actual mind, your divine mind, your connection to the universe, universal laws, universal principles. That is God. That is God. The Most High is the Most High the Most High consciousness and the Most High awareness of this plane of existence. That is the ruler of all things. So you're already in hell. You're already in hell because you are disconnected from who you truly are and what you truly are. My knowledge and my wisdom actually connects you back to heaven. I offer you eternal life. But people will hear, but they will not hear. They will listen, but they will not perceive. They will not understand what I'm saying. Because those are the people that are not chosen. This broadcast is for a certain few. With that being said, I gave you absolute truth, didn't I? Didn't I? The great Maya, the great illusion that you call life. It has a calendar. It's a happening. Your thoughts are not your thoughts. Get in tune with the calendar. Understand what is to come and understand what is going to happen. Study astrology. Astrology is the fourth dimension. It will allow you to be a fifth dimensional being. You cannot be a fifth dimensional being and not understand the fourth dimension, which is time, which is astrology. You must understand astrology to be a fifth dimensional being, period. Period. We're all fifth dimensional beings, truly, but you're third dimensional because you're just unconscious that you're fifth dimensional. As we start our day today, keep in mind to keep your discipline and upright one day at a time. Put one foot in front of the other. One day. All you have to do is stay in the now. All you have is today. Be perfect today. That's it. Just today. Let it be written.
Let it be done.
Let it be written.
Let it be done.
One mind.
One self.
Fall out. To your duties.